Hey guys, what's up? This is Ayush and welcome to another video guide. So this one is going to be on, hold on. It's going to be on a user-defined vector class with an iterator over it. So the iterator is initially a kind of interesting concept, but if you get a little bit of experience with it, then you'll be really good to go because it's actually very easy. And so you can make an iterator over literally anything, even like a linked list. Okay, so what I have in this program, this is a multi-file program, so we have our main code, our driver code, and we have some functions for the vector iterator class, and then some functions for the vector class, and then our header file. And these are the only 4 files. So there's also some other stuff, like we're making references to vectors. So yeah, instead of like normal vectors, but also references to class objects. Okay, so we have our vector, and then we're going to make initialize it. And by the way, the code for all of this is going to be in the description of this video below, so make sure to check that out because the code itself is pretty kind of self-explanatory. Anyway, but I'm still going to make an explanation of some of the stuff going on. So when we initialize, we have our initializer somewhere, it takes in a vector, and just, yeah. And then, yeah, so here's normal, like I++ iteration, but we want an actual iterator, like this jo.begin. So how do we have this? It's very easy. We just have a vector iterator class, and so if I go here, this is the vector iterator class. So the vector class holds a vector, like an actual vector, and the iterator has a pointer to that class, and then it has some standard iterator functions. Now, if you don't fully understand the iterator concept, it's actually a really good idea to just copy and paste. You can copy and paste off of me, like just copy and paste these guys and just implement them, and it's actually very easy. It's a little bit of a jump, but yeah. And anyway, so then we have our begin. Our begin function is actually this inside the vector. We have to return an iterator. And then our end function is also we return an iterator. And then here's our iterator stuff. So again, it's like I wouldn't bother explaining each of these too much because these are all very standard, and if you just implement them, like copy and paste this code and get it to work, you'll understand it. Okay, so anyway, we have all our vector iterator, and then for this operator star, we can return reference so that you can modify stuff in the actual vector via an iterator. And yeah, so it's really simple. Yeah. Anyway, then because of that iterator stuff, that just these standard iterator functions that we made, we can actually even use this other type of iteration that looks like this, and yeah. Now anyway, next part is making references to vectors. So if I go to, where is it? Okay, here. So this is how we do that. We actually just make a reference and then return it. Okay, sorry about that. I was confused there because my code got a little bit messed up. Okay, when I post the code in the description below, it will be the updated version, which looks like this. So yeah, basically I was like wondering why the syntax was wrong. Anyway, we just return star this, and it already is being returned as a reference. Very simple. And yeah, so that's how we have a vector class with an iterator over it, and we can have references to it. Now, the funny thing is that if we wanted to make a const vector object, we actually have to make an entire another class. So we would have like a class called const vect, and then it would make a const copy of a vect, and it's not too difficult, but it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and remember to check out my code in the description.